guys, welcome once again to my video, my YouTube channel. My name is Olayinka Olayokun. I'm a digital marketer and a product manager. Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about ChatGPT, how you can use ChatGPT to write a complete blog post. Yes, you heard me right. Yes. And who are the people who need this? If you have a blog or you want to own a blog, right? And talking about things, fashion, health, automobiles, insurance, anything whatsoever you want to be talking about on your blog, then this video is for you. If you're a writer and you work in a maybe an agency and you're a writer, or you work in a company and you are in social media or and you write blogs for your website, then this video is for you, right? Without much ado, let's dive right to it. But before we go on, please guys, if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe, hit that subscribe button so that and turn on the bell notification so that when next I make videos like this, you'll be the first to be notified, right? And then like and share. Also comment if you have any question, please feel free to ask. So let's get right into it. So let's take for instance, you want to start a blog, and your blog is going to be centered around and wellness, health and wellness, right? So what categories are you going to be writing about? What are the content? What are the things that you're going to be writing about, right? You can't just be writing about anything and everything, right? You need to have a direction, and the content needs to be synced, you know, aligned with each other. So one category would have a kind of content, another category would have a kind of content. They can at one point meet, right? But then they must be following a direction. If there must be a flow. So I'll first of all, so the next thing to do now is show you how to generate blog categories for your blog. So let's say for instance, um you are in health and wellness. You want to start working, you want to build a blog about health and wellness. You want to be writing about health and wellness. So what I would ask ChatGPT is to recommend um blog categories for a health and wellness website, right? And you see, it will just give you a list of the categories that you can be writing about. It's pretty straightforward. It can be more than this, right? It can be more than this. It can give you up to 15 or 20. All you need to do is just write them out, keep them somewhere, right? So now the next thing I want to do is I want to write blog articles for each of this category, starting with nutrition and diet, right? So I'll tell, please also note ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence application, right? It When you ask it a question, it answer you with smart and with data, based off of data, you know, this in the best possible way. So if you ask, just make sure you're able to ask the question in the right way, right? So I'll say write article titles for the category nutrition and diet, and then start giving me the titles, right? Because if I say I want to generate a title like this, it might take a long time. So it's also using SEO in mind. There's something we call strong titles. Strong titles are titles that have best, top 10, how to, you know, those things, tips and tricks, those things in them. If you notice, the first one has top 10, you know, this one has benefits, this one has, um, you know, good or bad, this one has how to, this one has the best. Those words are powerful words when you're writing an article. So that's it. So yeah, that's done that. So you can just do the same thing for all these categories on your blog. Generate article titles for each and every one of them. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write an article. So and I'll say write a detailed blog post about that title, which is the top 10 superfood. Now, before I go ahead, I want to find out about superfood. How many people are searching for superfoods? Because that's one thing that you need to also always think about when you're writing an article. Don't just write, because when you write, you should expect people to read it, right? But how many people are you expecting to read this content that you want to write? You can't expect the whole world to read it, right? So one thing that you would do in SEO is we put numbers to it, right? We put numbers to it, and by doing this next thing I'm about to do, you have an idea of the expected number of people that you should be expecting, right? Or maybe if there are even competitors who have done or written something similar to this that you're competing with. So you know that. So let's assume that in the total globe, just 1,000 people are reading this article. And there are people, maybe like 10 to 20 or 100 blogs who have written something similar. That means all of you are sharing that one thing, that 1,000 people. So you can think about it. So that's the way. So you become realistic. You can then be true to yourself. So you know that you can't be saying all the 1,000 should come to your blog. If you want that, then you need to do more, right? So I'll use a tool called um, Ahrefs, right? It's not a free version. It's not a free tool. It is a tool that you use to monitor. You can use it to crawl, audit your website, crawl, to know how your website is behaving. On search, how is the search seeing your website and all of that? If there are issues that need to be fixed. By the way, this is not an advertisement video. I'm just telling you what the tool does. But then in this particular part, we're going to be using the free tool, which is keyword research tool. It's free. I'm taking you there right now. It's free. Like I said, it's free. Um, and the website is ahrefs s for snake .com generator keyword generator. So it should open to something like this, exactly like this, right? So what I want to do is I want to search for super. So notice I'm on Google superfoods, and you need to change. So anytime you also building a blog, you need to build it primarily for a country. You can't say you want to build it for the entire world, right? A country, maybe Nigeria or something. So let's talk in that terms of Nigeria, because I'm in Nigeria right now. So depending on the what part of the world you're in, you know, you can, yeah, and then I click on find. So what it would do is it will give me some keyword ideas relating to this that people have used on their blog or that people are searching for, right? How they are searching for it, maybe some people in terms of question and in just terms of phrases. So see, it says superfoods. This is the number of people who have searched for this word. They said the last time was updated in 2 days ago. In the last 12 months, 100 people have searched for the keyword superfood. Same time, hormone balancing superfood, 40 people. Fertility superfood, 40 people. What are superfood? So another thing is you can add all of this to your blog, to your article. That's a good thing. So that's the thing that this thing does. It gives you an idea of what you can without being repetitive, right? Without being repetitive. You can look for fertility superfood and just highlight it. Hormone balancing superfood, you can highlight. I mean, then questions. How are people asking questions? What are superfoods? That's one question that people used to ask. And it's telling us that this is the number of people that will have searched for that question, in the last 12 months. What are the, I mean, so it gives you ideas of the kind of ways you can structure an article, right? So, let me not close it. Let me just leave it open there while I go back to continue my article. So now we want to write our blog post. If you remember, we say it told us what are superfoods. So I want to now say include. I'll just say also discuss what are what superfood are superfoods and the lack of superfoods. You know, all of that is just to make the article, robust, right? So and just watch, you see how ChatGPT get down to business. Yeah. So first thing, what are superfoods? You know, and that started, where there's no strict definition of the quality of a superfood as, you know, and then the top 10 superfoods you should. Now, if you notice one thing, it's a short, sure, here's a blog post. We don't want to write our article like that, too. Sure, you guys, you know. But then let's just allow ChatGPT to finish what it's writing, and then we will now write it again. And then we can then now match the two together to make one blog post, right? Now, the reason why he wrote it like this is because of how it understood the question. The question was, write a detailed blog post about this. Also, discuss what are superfoods and the lack of superfoods. That's how it understood it, right? So let's just wait till it finishes writing. Once it's done writing, we'll write it and we'll write it. We'll rephrase rephrase the question and ask it again, and then you will see how it will write another thing, but it will be completely different because we're still talking about top 10 superfoods you should be eating regularly, right? So, but now, yeah, we already have what are superfoods. So it's something that will be useful, I'm sure, in our article. It is very important to talk about what are superfoods because some people don't know. And if you remember, if you check that keyword, it told us about 40 people search for that word. Use that question. What are superfoods? 40 people. So it's a good one to make sure that we had it in our article. So yeah, um, waiting for this. So why it's a bit slow is a function of internet also, right? So sometimes if you're experiencing a kind of delay or glitch or failure, you just refresh. It's your internet. Oh, sure you get it's just your internet. Yeah, it's almost done. We're going to 10. This is 8. This is 9, and system very start the last one. And the last one, dark chocolate. Now, if you look at these things that this chat GPT is recommending, they are factually fact. Things that we know, but then this reinforces. So that's one thing about an article. So if you're writing an article, make sure that your article is useful. If it's not useful, then Google won't rank you well. That's one of the things update that you released recently. You must have a useful content. Your content must be useful, right? So users, not that they will just read the first paragraph and then they will leave. They should be. I mean, and what determines a useful content? Useful content have guides, step by step. It has all of those things, lists. Do's and don'ts. Yeah, of course, that's one. And but two is, how are people reading? Are the people spending time on your blog, right? Are they reading? As they are reading, how are they moving? Do they move to the end of the article? That's what determines if your article is useful. And then also the links that you have. How many blogs are you linked to? Right? How many articles on your website have you linked to? So that's finished. So I want us to write this question again, and then I just scroll down, and then I put it here. But in this part, I'm going to remove, and then I'll just go do this. Stop. About. So it's rewriting it, you know. Yeah, so I guess so one thing that's clear, anytime you're writing an article and it gives you this, just make sure that you don't add this to your article. Please. Just start from here. So it says, but in this article, it's not telling me what the content of the blog would be about. So that's what I need to write a detailed about top 10 superfood. So I'm waiting for, I want to see, I mean, you should tell me, nope, I don't want this. So so you just keep, you write a very detailed blog post. So please, just keep adjusting it till you achieve your result. That's what I want to see. In this post, we will discuss. It is very important, right? So now that I've gotten that good, so in my article, after my title, I'll just put this. Then I'll start with what are superfoods. Then I'll add this to it. Um, I'll stop here. Once I stop here, then I will now go on to say the top 10 superfoods I should be eating regularly. I'll just check. I think this one is going to be more detailed, so I'll just now use this one instead of. So I won't use this one that says blueberry. This is just 3 lines, but here is 2 paragraphs just for blueberry, which is great. Great. Um, so I would use this. I hope he finishes it. If and So I'll use this, and then I'll now come and use the lack of superfood. I'll also put in my article, and then I'll just use everything here to this point, and then my article is done. Right? Yes, so it's as simple as that. You can even also make sure that your article has an image in there. It must be an image, a featured image, an image or a video, right? So you can also ask ChatGPT to recommend to you what image you should use, and it's very pretty simple. You just ask ChatGPT, please, don't put please so. What kind of image should I use as featured image? And it will describe the image. So you see it has stopped here. How do you know that stopped? It's no more blinking. But he wrote 1 to 7. So all you just need to do all you need to just make sure that you copy this 1 to 7, then you can then regenerate. Copy the 1 to 7 before you regenerate. I also hope that you would have copied all the things that were written, so you don't miss all of that. Um, yeah. So yeah. So it's as simple as that, guys. So please, if you have any question, please feel free to ask in the comment section. If you need help with building a blog or a website, please feel free to reach out. You can drop a message, and I'll make sure I respond to you as soon as I can. Um, if you have a website that has SEO issues that you want to improve that, you can also reach out to me. Yeah. So once again, thank you guys for stopping by. And like I said, if you are a new subscriber, please subscribe and turn on the bell notification so that when next I release a new video, you'll be part of the first people to be notified. And also, please like, comment, and share with the people that might need or require this video. People, who are those people again? I think I mentioned it earlier. Anyone who is a writer, who works as a writer or write content, basically, for an agency or for a personal blog or for customer or for client, there's something called content writers blog. This is one way to quickly jump right out of it, because it just gives you points and things to write on, and then you can push, and then you can just merge everything together, your content and this, then to get a mind-blowing result. I hope this has been helpful. If it has, once again, please like and share. Thank you guys for watching. I see you in my next video.